Hey, so this is the first episode of Daily Reset with Sean. I'm Sean Tucker, and if you haven't heard from me or haven't heard of me, I am one of many things. I'm a breathwork facilitator, health scientist, as you can see in the background here. I've got my bachelor's degree. I'm also known for just being a bit intuitive and following my gut and sticking to what I know, but also pushing myself to understand what I do not know. So today I'll really want to delve into this. And I'm really passionate about health because I've been working as a personal trainer for 9+ years and helped many clients from different walks of life. One of the biggest things that annoyed me about working in a commercial gym is you would have people join 12-week, 8-week, 10-week challenges. They would get fantastic results in that period of time. They might lose up to 20 kilos in 12 weeks, which is an amazing effort by anyone's standard. But the thing is, 12 months later, is they've joined the same challenge and they're doing the exact same thing, except this time it's harder. This time it is harder. Because when they first did it, they were pretty optimistic, or they had an uninformed optimism about the challenge. The second time, they know how much effort they had to put in to lose the weight the first time. So the second time is they have a bit more of an informed pessimism about going into the challenge. And so my question to you today is, how can you make your health priority without making it the number one thing you focus on? So if you focus on just losing weight, you're not really going to lose a lot of weight and keep it off. That's reality. Because once you hit that goal, it's what's next? What's next? And if you don't hit that goal, you end up disappointed. Because we're not talking about motivation, but we're talking about how the human body and the human mind work together. Because it's important to have a goal out in front of you so you can work towards attaining it. But one, if you don't reach it, well, now you've just maybe reversed and gone the other direction. I think what humans are really addicted to is progress and not perfection. So walking towards the place where you want to go should be the process of going to where you want to go. And I notice in my own journey, because I used to be fat, I used to be obese, I used to be overweight. I weighed about 110, 112 kilos, and I was just really, really low self-esteem and stuck in a pattern of being overly obsessed with how I looked. And you can argue that I still have those tendencies or neuroses today. And I still do. Yes, there's tendencies of body dysmorphia and even still having the behaviors and the patterns of binge eating and, having my favorite snack foods and not being able to stop when I want to stop or when I say stop. But what I've noticed in how I have built myself now is I've created a lifestyle around the person that I want to be and the person that I am becoming. So what I mean by that is I don't focus on my health because I am a healthy person. I don't need to focus on my health because I already am a healthy person. Health is already in my identity of who I know myself to be. And that is such an underrated and overlooked piece of advice. If you can make it a consequence of the person that you are, then losing weight and keeping the weight off is an easy thing to do because your identity is now strongly associated with that version of someone who is healthy, someone who is lean, someone who is muscular. And I think the trap is with a lot of these challenges and a lot of these fixations on losing weight or getting rapid weight loss results is people can't sustain the effort that they've put in to get what they want. And if I look back at my journey, that's certainly how it started. My weight used to fluctuate anywhere between 90 kilograms to 102. So when I was feeling really good and I was motivated and, when things were just flowing, my weight would come down to about 90, between 90 kilos and 93 kilos. But in those struggling months, the times where maybe my stress was a little bit higher and there were times where my body and mind were not cooperating. I said one thing, but my body would do the other thing. For example, let's say even waking up in the morning to the alarm when it goes off, not hitting snooze. That is a very good example of when you are committed to something, you would just do it. You'll do it on the very first point of when it pops into your awareness. But if it takes you time and a lot of energy to move that needle towards where you want to go, it's probably not in alignment with what you're actually trying to achieve. And as I record these episodes, as I give these short, 10 to 15 minute episodes of resetting myself and really getting back into alignment with who I am, I'm going to learn some things along the way. Because I know for myself, this is not practice. This is not rehearsed. I'm just sharing my voice, my authentic truth in many ways. Because I know that I have a lot of lived experience through a lot of what people struggle with when it comes to weight loss. And one of the things I know is we do inherit our environment. So what I mean by that is when I was growing up, I always felt the same way. I always felt overweight. I felt quite low in self-esteem and low in self-confidence and really relied on the people around me to support me. And when I wasn't feeling that support, that's when my weight got even more out of hand. That's when I was consuming 4, 5, 6 cans of soft drink a day. It's when I was just numbing myself with chocolate and really spiking my insulin and glucose levels because that's what made me feel pleasure. That's what made me feel comfort. That's what made me feel safe. And do I still do some of those things? Yes, I do. I'm a big comfort eater, but I also have a really strong foundation of the principles that I've learned in the last 15 years since I've had a health scare. And if you don't know about that health scare, in summary, it was me numbing myself with alcohol in a foreign country and probably getting alcohol poisoning from it and feeling so sick that I felt like I was going to die. And I committed to myself in that moment that I was never going to feel that way ever again. And so I never have. There have been times where I've done other stupid things and felt that, but not with alcohol. I made a commitment to myself and my health and my life purpose to get it on track to a point where I feel aligned. So these daily reset videos is literally just me talking about things that have worked in my life, things that will probably help you on your weight loss journey and also becoming the next best version of yourself. Because who doesn't remember a time when they were their best version? If you can't actually remember a time where you've been your best, well, it's because you're currently creating, right? You're making that version of yourself right now. So I admire you for doing what you're doing. It takes a lot of courage to show up every day and to put in the work to become that next best version. Because one of the things that poor eating and poor behavior does to your health that isn't in support of your health is it robs you from your future version of yourself. So if you have a debt owing to your future self, well, unfortunately, it's going to catch up. The body always keeps score. And we just don't know when it's going to happen. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And anyway, I'm really delighted to be here and to showcase some of the aspects of my life and the things that I've really struggled on and also worked through to become this version of me. So yeah, leave a comment, share it if you find value in this episode. Share it with a friend, share it with someone you love, because maybe this is just the thing that they need to hear. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. For now, take care, train hard, and find something you can enjoy. Have a beautiful day.